Okay, so it is March 13th, 2021, and there's something on my mind. It's been on there for a while, since it happened last week, and it's irritating me. Every time I'm waking up, as a lot of business people do at 4 or 5 in the morning with a million things going through your head, this weird subject keeps irritating me like a big freaking rock in my seat. I watched an interview with our royal prince and his wife last Sunday night with a lot of the American viewing public, and I was just absolutely disgusted that these two people are on there in the middle of what is probably the worst situation to hit the entire world since the Second World War probably, and he's on there complaining, putting over their side of the story, but really it was, in my mind, it seemed to be feel sorry for us. You know, we've been treated badly, and I think what shocking timing. His grandmother is 94 years old. She's the Queen of England, in the public eye all of her life, served the country very well in my mind. Her husband is 99 and is in hospital. If you're going to do something like that, don't do it then, but have some consideration for the heat and anxiety that you've brought upon that family who are suffering through somebody being in hospital. All right, bad timing, Harry. In my mind, I'm a commoner, you're a royal. In my mind, you are so much more common as muck than I am. First of all, you are 36 years old. You quit your job. You are surprised that your family cut you off financially. Who's going to pay for that? You're an adult, get a job, make a living, and quit complaining about it. You're also disappointed, very disappointed, that your father and family never spoke out in support of your wife during the press saga that she was going through. You are 36, you're the husband, you speak out. You've managed to get a Netflix deal, a Spotify deal, you've managed to get Oprah to listen to you now. So why didn't you speak out? Why do you need your daddy to go down to the playing fields and the school grounds and fight your battles for you? You're a freaking trained killer in the military. You're an adult. You've got access to the media. You've got access to social media. A clown like me has set up a YouTube channel. If you've got something to say it. Don't complain that your daddy never said it for you. You're the man. Also, secondly, your wife is on the Oprah show, or thirdly this is, complaining that she was so badly suffering from depression that she would want not to be alive. Now, you guys both are blaming the palace and the royal households for this. You're the man that's at fault. It's your wife. If my wife said to me, hey, I want to end it, this is too much for me. Now, we all know that there's the postpartum blues and all that stuff comes into play. You're the dad, you're the husband, the father of that child. Nobody should stop you, have the power to stop you from getting help for your wife. That's on you, man. That shows that you're a wimp. You haven't had the spine to get any help for your wife. You haven't had, it's not like you can't afford it. You certainly can. So let me go into this mental health thing. My dad's wife, who incidentally is a very professional black lady, is a counsellor, psychiatrist, a head shrink person, right? There are real people out there with real issues. Now, some of them get help from her and help from other people. Some people can't afford it. Some people don't have the time for it. You know, there are people who are living in, I was in Hollywood, hey, there you go, big time name dropping. But I went to see the Hollywood sign, and when you turn off the highway to go see the Hollywood sign, there is a shanty town underneath the overpass at the freeway. And I thought, wow, what a contrast. I'm about 4 miles from Beverly Hills, and there are people living under the overpasses. Right? Going back, what do you think their mental health is like? What do you think the single mother's mental health's like, who's in Scotland right now, sitting there without a job because of the situation in the world at the minute? She's maybe sitting there thinking, is my gas going to get cut off? How long's my power meter going to last? Do I have diapers or nappies for my kids to last till the next time I get my money? These are first world problems. Let's forget, take out of the picture all the people who don't have access to clean drinking water, don't have access to an indoor toilet. That's half the world. Did you know that? Half the world don't have access to an indoor toilet. So I grew up privileged in my mind. I had a house to live in. I had food to eat. We never had central heating. We never had double glazing. We never had fancy video games. We never had fancy name brand clothes. We ate chips, eggs and beans a lot. We ate chips, chopped ham and pork a lot. And if we were really lucky, we got chippy chips from the chip shop with our eggs, chips and beans. So I also know the difference between what it's like to wipe your butt with the Daily Record as opposed to the Sun. The Sun was too slidey, the Daily Record wasn't. I still think I was privileged because I grew up in an environment where we called the neighbours Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Gordon. We respected them and we grew up with values. We grew up when we knew to appreciate something. Now I watch this TV show and I see this Prince Harry's wife saying, I felt so alone in the palace. You want us to feel sorry for you? 99.99999% of the world does not have endless supply of money. They do not have a maid to go to the shops and get the diapers or the nappies or the baby food or the groceries and carry them home from Tesco's or Aldi in the rain. Okay? We don't have that. We have to go get it ourselves. We have to function ourselves. We have to worry where the money's coming to pay the bills. And you're on there bleating and complaining, and you as well, Harry, especially complaining that you're really bitching and moaning about the people who picked up that silver spoon and put it in your mouth all through your life. You didn't have to stand in Patna at 8:30 in the morning, freezing, after having done your paper round for 50 freaking pence, waiting for a bus that come with no heating in it, shiny painted seats that were freezing, and rubbing a hole in the window to see out through the ice in the inside of the window, and then go to a state school. No doubt the limo would arrive, take you to your private school, where upon graduation the doors of the universities were going to open because of what your name is. You will never be on the same footing as everybody else, but you want everybody else to pay for your life. So after you never paid your dig money to the Queen, or your keep money, or your rent, or your lodgings, you know, living for free off of the state and the government and your family, you're complaining you're cut off. And here's the thing, we had to live on the money that my mother left us. My mother never left me 10 million freaking pound. How is that an unfortunate situation that you've had to live on your 10 million that your mother left you? I don't get these statements. You're making these statements and people are supposed to feel sympathy for you. My son told me the other week there, when Libby and I were driving up through California, we were going up to Santa Barbara. My son said, hey, it's the most beautiful place on earth. My wife's Uncle Tommy said, if I ever lived in America, I'd live in Santa Barbara. What does Harry do? He goes and gets an almost $15 million house in Santa Barbara. and we have to feel sorry. Get a grip here. Really, really get a grip. You're rude and ignorant to your family, to your grandmother especially. You're expecting the British people to keep paying for you. And here's the thing, is it only me that gets this? They left Britain and their lives in the media spotlight because it was damaging their family, right? They come to America, they go onto the Oprah Winfrey show and make a worldwide documentary. They'll get deals with Spotify, Netflix. They're never out the freaking media. You know, what's going on here? You two had the chance to take the blacks, the whites, the Americans, the British, the haves and the have-nots. You had the chance to do something there. You were in a platform, you were in a position of power, influence, and all you have done is have negative comments. Celebrities are bickering against celebrities. Some are behind some are behind the other. In my mind, you blew it. You just blew it. Just quietly go away. Get out of their face. Get out of the media. You know, let's all pretend that you're going to be living like the Waltons there with your chickens and your chicken run. You know, like it's the good life in TV, British TV show. You know, shocked. I'm shocked, stunned, disappointed. Do you think the Queen is going to be on the Jeremy Kyle show or the Jerry Springer show putting her side of the story? No chance. She's got too much dignity, too much class. You are a disappointment for the royals. And us commoners, I don't think we would have you in our ranks because your behaviour has been below being common, very common. Disappointed beyond belief. Shocked. In a previous job, I worked for my friend who is the designated coach company for the royal family. I was involved in royal weddings. I have been very close proximity. I drove the last wedding there. I drove one of the coaches in Windsor Great Park that took every single guest to the weddings. It doesn't matter whether you're Elton John, David Beckham, anybody. We were involved in that. And I have to say that when Prince William and Kate left, I was there when they left the reception. Us coach drivers were special brands, took us back about 10 or 15 feet. And I watched William and Kate coming down the platform that was across the grass for them to walk down the red carpet. I watched them coming along, and you would have swore blind that they were in one of those moving conveyor belts. Upright, straight backs, dignified, beautiful lady, very courteous and gentlemanly young man who's been raised very well. They walked over, he opened the door for his wife, she got in, he walked around, got in the back of the car, and they were driven away. Dignified, gracious, graceful, and what I think our royal family should be. We should not be in the tabloids. We should not be giving interviews on the Oprah freaking Winfrey show. My goodness, it'll be Jerry Springer next. It's not that long ago, Harry, since you were in the tabloids doing some Charlie Sheen behaviour in Las Vegas. Yeah? You guys were on the same path. You were privileged. You have had every opportunity and every silver spoon in your mouth, and you're behaving like a complete dirtbag. I'm disappointed in you, kid. I hope your life turns out well for you. I wish you all the best, but do us a favour, get a job, look after your wife, and don't blame everybody else for everything that's going on in your life, okay? Take care of yourself, sort it out, don't blame anybody else. You're the man. Get it sorted. Tommy, out. I hope I don't have MI5 or MI6 after me now with a freaking laser guided rifle or something, but anyway, that's my 10 cents worth. I hope all the hard working people out there realise that for what it was, just a complete sham of two spoiled brats complaining about the silver spoons. Okay, I better go back to work now and make my buck.